Good evening, everyone. Okay, you know what? I'm seeing a lot of seats in the back, so if you guys can move forward, especially because the seats match my dress, so it's a little awkward to see. So please come forward and let's begin. I'm Natasha Gutierrez. I am Rappler Indonesia Bureau Chief, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be here to join you this evening. Salamat malam semua. Bisa bicara bahasa Indonesia sedikit saja. Thank you. I practiced that for an hour. Okay. So I'm really happy to be here. We've had an amazing day. It's been quite a day here at the Newport's Performing Arts Theater. Not only did we have phenomenal speakers, but it thrills us all in Rappler to have so many people come today and be engaged in this conversation. So thank you so much. And thank you for being so engaged and being part of this conversation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But we have more things in store for you. Are you ready to be inspired? Okay, well, I'm going to introduce you to some very inspiring people, so let's get the show started. Throughout the afternoon, we learned about innovations and solutions that are needed to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. But of course, there are people already doing this and committing their lives to achieving these goals. And we can't end this summit without commending those who are well on their way to making these things happen. So tonight, we are honoring 5 movers. And you guys voted for these movers, outstanding Filipinos who create change not just for themselves, but also for others. They are making a difference in their communities, bringing new ideas to the table, and displaying excellence in their respective fields. So they are here. I see some of them. So let's give them a round of applause, first of all. It's been a long and exciting journey for our 15 finalists and their supporters. Some of you are here. Each of them already embody what it is to be a mover. But what is Move PH exactly? Here to answer that is the director of Move PH, Zach Yuson.
Terima kasih, Natasha. Welcome back from Jakarta. I'm here to just briefly talk about Move and the Move Awards and what it means for each of us here in Rappler and for you here joining us today. You know, Move started out, as Maria always likes to remind us every now and then, with just an idea that we can make things better. We can do what we do, which is journalism, telling stories, but at the same time, inspire action for positive social change. And what we do at Move is really not anything magical. What we basically do is we tell stories, and we specialize in telling your stories. And today, I'm very happy to report to you that the whole morning, the afternoon, and now is really about the people who have made Move possible, which is namely you guys. Because of your stories, you've inspired other people to act, to do something good, to change this country, to build institutions. Today, you know, we talked about innovations and how technology is helping us do things better, cheaper, faster. But more than just doing things better, it's actually making an impact in real people's lives, like saving lives through our Project Agos platform, or even just talking about innovations in changing how we map, from being something that's done in the back rooms of an office to something that we can do with our phones. Also, we talked about how we need to band together to unite in order to achieve our sustainable development goals that will affect all of us, not just in 15 years, but today. And we made a commitment to really commit ourselves, not to go halfway, but to go the whole way to achieve our 17 Sustainable Development Goals. So that's what happened today. Of course, you can all catch it online in our replays when we show what happened today, and then, of course, in the conversations that we do, hashtag 2030now, and hashtag the leader we want. But I'd like to take it back to why we're here. We're here because of people who have inspired us. And again, these people matter. Sometimes we often think that the heroes in our life are the heroes that we look up to, maybe in Hollywood, maybe in politics, maybe in different forms of popular media. But I often say that the best heroes are the ones that often do their business without anyone giving them a pat on the back. These are the people who really matter. These are the people who really make a difference, not because they get recognition, which they deserve, but because they love to do what they do and they really love to help other people. So today, it's about them. Today, we give them a pat on the back. That's what the Move Awards is about. I'm sure Maria and the others will talk more about it. So I'd just like to say thank you very much to the Move Awards nominees. You are all heroes in your own regard. Let's give them a big round of applause. We don't know who they are yet, but they're here in front of us. And thank you very much to all the partners and friends of Rappler and Move PH. This is going to be an epic night. Thank you.
Thank you, Zach. Okay, so are you guys ready to get this started? Okay, well, first, let's talk about the Move Awards. I know Zach talked a little bit about it, but let's call up someone on stage to talk to us why now, what is it about, and what we envision for our finalists and winners. Okay, so to tell you more, please welcome Rappler CEO Maria Ressa.
Hello. If you've been here since the morning, thank you. It starts with one, right? That's what we keep saying. That's what we said in 2012 when we started the Social Good Summit in Manila. So it starts with one. And there were nominations to the Move Awards who really, all of them were so wonderful in what they do, because they took an idea, they took an emotion, and they built something and spread and built a community. So we go there. You will meet them, and you will meet the 5 winners. But I want to tell you a little bit of how it happened. We started the day with the communities that make things happen, the big ideas behind this. But now we go to recognize the one. The one in each community, the one in each of these 5 categories who actually shown, who build. There were judges. I was one of the judges, and the other ones are also, one of them is a mentor, Cheche Lazaro, Nix Noliedo, who, if you know Nix, he is CEO of SurePass. He's also on the board of Rappler. SurePass is the first consumer tech company that did an IPO last year. And Brillante Mendoza, Brilliant Brillante. And the one who you will see tonight, who's coming from another, well, he's here. I know he's here. There they are. I should just look behind me. So you will see our judges tonight. Well, Ding Dong Dantes is the one you will see tonight. The others will be in spirit. Now, how did it work? 60% of the votes came from the judges, 40% from the community. The nominations were the community. So these are the movers you chose. These are the movers you believe can move our world. You're looking at me. We roll the video.
For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Look around you. Humble individuals challenge the status quo all the time, proving that the only thing that's permanent is change. These are the change makers, movers we want to honor. One simple phrase can inspire a wider conversation. One person can lead an army. One small act can trigger a series of events that can change the world we know. Everything starts with a single force. That force can be you.
Okay, thank you, Maria. Okay, let's get this started. Okay, so from 250 entries, our panel selected 15 finalists who embody the MOVE philosophy. And from over 71,000 votes, tonight's winners were determined through the combined scores of the panel vote and the public vote. So now let's find out who they are. Are you guys ready? Okay, so Mood Meter Inspired. To present the award for the civic mover is an individual who used his influence to veer into a career in public service. His story is a reminder that influence must always be accompanied by a responsibility to others in order to create relevant change. So please give a warm welcome to the Commissioner at Large for the National Youth Commission and founder of the Yes Pinoy Foundation, Ding Dong Dantes.
Thank you. Magandang gabi, kamusta kayo? There are so many reasons to celebrate now, especially para sa ating mga kabataan. At lahat na nandito, at lalong-lalo na sa social media. No? So many hashtags today, relevant ones and talagang truly inspiring. But today, I will be presenting the award for the Civic Mover. The Civic Mover is an individual who embodies the virtuous meaning of public service, a person who has shaken perspectives or implemented new practices that redefine leadership. In my personal experience, I realized that public service is one of the most difficult jobs a person could undertake. Yet, it offers the noblest reward of all. It also made me appreciate the fact that it is no longer a job, but it is a vocation. A vocation that moves you to get out of one's comfort zone and discover the joy in learning that your life is no longer yours, but for others. So, therefore, influence accompanied by responsibility, guided by the purest intention, and backed up by knowledge, complete the traits of these nominees. And so I am presenting this award to honor my fellow public servants who have dedicated their lives to improving society. And the nominees for the Civic Mover Awards are R.C. Malyari, founder of Silid Aralan. Anthony Liachon, health reform advocate. And Roanisa Sumdad Usman, executive director of Teach Peace, Build Peace movement. And the Civic Mover Award goes to Anthony Liachon. Congratulations. Would like to call on stage Ms. Maria Ressa. And Mr. Rupert Ambil of Move PH.
Maraming salamat po. I was asked to give a few words. I'd like to thank my family, my wife Marge, and my son Maikan, Vanna, Eliacha, and Jolo. This particular advocacy was triggered by the death of my mom a decade ago and the death of my sister. And I thought that perhaps preventive health education is a must for everyone. And I remember that a genuine change in society will never happen if we will not mobilize people. But mobilizing people would cause friction. And in physics, friction causes pain. And thus, genuine change in society will never happen without mobilizing, moving people, and sacrificing a lot for our country. Maraming salamat po.
To present the award for the Creative Mover is a fellow storyteller, an individual who uses the powerful medium of creativity in order to shake perspectives, narrate ideas, and tell the truth. An awardee of the Venice Film Festival's Line of the Future Award for his debut film, Encuentro, please give a warm welcome to artist and filmmaker Pepe Jokno.
Hello. The Creative Mover is a genuine artist who uses any medium of self-expression to make a difference and inspire others. As a filmmaker, it took me a while to bridge the gap between self-expression and making a difference. When I first started out as a teenager, and I think many creatives go through this, it was all about looking cool. It took me a while to realize that there's more to life than that. These three nominees, however, come to us fully aware of the power of creative work, the power to make people laugh, cry, think, and rethink, the power to inspire, to change lives, to ruffle feathers, to break the status quo, to spark change and build a better future for our country. Here are the nominees. Milo Naval, a furniture designer and tourism advocate. Angel Velasco Shaw, a filmmaker and cultural organizer. Francis Soliano, a designer and youth leader. And the winner is, I've actually never done this before, this is so cool. The Creative Mover Award goes to Francis Soliano.
Joining Pepe to present the Creative Mover Award is Maria Ressa and Rappler's Creative Director, Emil Mercado. To accept the award is Carlos Delantar on Francis's behalf.
Good evening. If you haven't noticed, I'm not Francis Soliano. It was very last minute for me to represent on behalf of him. I came from a show. He's actually in Indonesia right now representing the Global Shapers for Shape Bandung. So just a personal story. When Francis started doing this a year ago, we were talking about this, and he was just telling us na it's very hard to do this all by himself, to see the struggles, to see change, but he still did it. And I think that's how altruistic he is, how he's turning trash into fashion, and how he's mobilizing the youth for a livable Cebu. So on behalf of Francis Soliano, thank you, and thank you for Rappler, and I'll let him know that he won this award. Thank you.
To present the award for the Enterprise Mover is an individual whose passion fueled his business. A certified coffee lover, he put up a cafe that delivers a proudly Filipino experience and ambiance, flavor and advocacy. He integrates Baguio woven fabric into chairs and uses locally sourced beans to highlight Philippine coffee and empower local farmers to produce quality beans. A veteran entrepreneur, please give a warm welcome to the president and founder of Bose Coffee, Steve Benitez.
Good evening. It is an honor to be among movers and shakers and many young people. It is an honor to be the presenter of this next award, the award for the Enterprise Mover. The Enterprise Mover is a person who has successfully channeled passion and drive into a thriving social enterprise that uplifts and empowers a marginalized sector. I'd like to share with you a little bit of a story behind my involvement in social enterprises. The first time I met a social entrepreneur was almost 4 years ago. This was about the same time when I was reviewing my vision for my business. I was looking for a certain detail to highlight our homegrown identity. It was by chance that I met Anya, a social entrepreneur who was passionate about what she was doing and the community of weavers that she supported. What I saw was that creating a positive impact in communities could be embedded in a business model wherein social good could be aligned with the goal of sustainable profit. I was moved by what Anya said, that just by having Bo's coffee account, it was enough for her to make both ends meet to sustain her enterprise. I then realized the power of my business to transform lives and society. Since I support sustainability and not charity, we have replaced our corporate social responsibility program with what we now call social procurement. With this new direction, I sought out other social entrepreneurs to integrate to my business model, therefore transforming our coffee shops to become a platform for scale by sharing our success and by providing market access to both social entrepreneurs and startups. Just a few of those I met and now I work with are Silka and Ron, who support a community of tea brewers from Gawad Kalinga. Philo, a chocolate artisan, who supports a local community of cacao growers. Lanel, who uses volcanic ashes to create works of art. Sean and Carlos, young coffee enthusiasts, who support sustainable and traceable high-quality coffee from communities in Benguet. Jamir, a tea romantic who supports mothers and women recovering from typhoon disasters and relocation. And finally, Reese, who supports a community of women weavers from Payatas. All of these I mentioned are all young movers, and I'm very impressed with them. I am inspired by these social movers and entrepreneurs. I believe that social enterprise has a role in every business model. My experience with them opened many doors of opportunities to mutually grow and practice the essence of inclusive business. To everyone here, and especially to business owners, I encourage you to take part in nation building, to collaborate with social entrepreneurs, and harness the power of your businesses to transform lives and our country. The nominees for Enterprise Movers are Alfonso Gamboa, President, Saravia Blue Crab Incorporated. Anya Lim, Founder, Anthill Fabric Gallery. And Nestor Pestelos, President, Bohol Local Development Foundation. And the winner is Nestor Pestelos.
Joining Steve to present the Enterprise Mover Award is Maria Ressa and Rappler's Managing Editor, Glenda Gloria.
Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Nagpapasalamat ako sa Rappler that at this age of 73, na-recognize din yung ginagawa ko. Basically, I'm a community development specialist. So ang approach ko sa enterprises is as a community development worker. So I received this on behalf ng mga kasama ko na nasa 70s na rin. Hanggang ngayon sa Old Ilaw ng Buhay, Light of Life Movement, at saka dito sa Bohol Local Development na mga bata na ang iba. So, ang aming thinking is rather than suggest to them the enterprises that they will do, we look at what they are doing. And when we see what the poor are doing, my God, they're doing everything, and when you count it, calculate it, this must amount to millions and millions of pesos. So that is called the informal economy. They are not documented, they do not pay their taxes, but they do build a nation. And so we go there, the calamay makers, those who fish, and etc., and that has been our work. So we will continue with this. This will inspire our organization to persevere in going out to the, what we call poverty landscapes, to the outer islands, to the watersheds, to the mountain villages, and persevere in looking at what they're doing in terms of survival, and then persevere in devoting some inputs to what they do so that they can continue helping build our nation. Thank you very much.
To present the award for the Global Mover is an internationally acclaimed journalist who covers human rights, conflict, disaster, development, and public interest issues. In 2014, she won the prestigious Agence France-Presse Kate Webb Prize for covering two of the country's most brutal events of 2014: the standoff between the military and Muslim rebels in Zamboanga and the aftermath of Super Typhoon Haiyan. Please give a warm welcome to Rappler's very own Patricia Evangelista.
Hello. We're in the business of telling stories, and very often the stories are the same, again and again. The sad and the bad, the rise and the agonizing fall, the dead and the lost, and it is my honor tonight to tell another story, and this time celebrate the men and women who have stood up to fight and win. The Global Mover is a citizen of the world who has earned international acclaim for a noteworthy achievement, all while showcasing the indomitable Filipino spirit. And the nominees are Ben Chan, Chairman and CEO of Bench. Clarissa Delgado, CEO, Teach for the Philippines. And Lord Pomperada, incoming president of the World Youth Alliance. And our Global Mover for 2015, congratulations to Clarissa Delgado. I'd like to call on Maria Ressa and our Head of Investigative Desk, Ms. Chay Hovelenia.
Joining Patricia to present the Global Mover Award is Maria Ressa and Rappler's Head of Investigative Desk, Chay Hovelenia.
Thank you. To say that I'm shocked and surprised is, I think, an understatement. Especially honored, though, and humbled as I'm in a room with so many like-minded individuals, all of us who are working, pushing, pulling, sometimes even dragging this country forward. I know, though, that this award is not necessarily about me, and it's about the people that I work for and the people that I work with, all of whom probably wouldn't fit on this stage today. So on their behalf, on behalf of the 10,000 students that we see every day, on behalf of the close to 100 teacher fellows that we have, 49 alumni, our co-teachers, our hundreds of co-teachers, our DepEd officials, my staff, thank you. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for making education your priority tonight. Teach for the Philippines is very, very grateful. Thank you.
To present the Tech Mover Award, the last award for the night, is a digital expert, a seasoned consumer goods executive. He has 16 years of marketing and brand development experience under his belt. Previously Unilever's Vice President for Deodorants for Southeast Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. Please welcome the Country Manager of Google Philippines, Ken Lingan.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. Last but not the least, the Tech Mover Awards. The Tech Mover Award is a forward-thinking individual who harnesses technology to fuel an idea, bringing about significant progress, or helping spread knowledge for a wider audience. You know, our country today needs more catalysts. It needs more movers, we need more leaders, and we need more tech movers. The real magic of technology happens when leaders decide to take action and make use of technology to serve the greater good. The tech movers recognized today are driven by a higher purpose beyond just making profits. It comes from a desire to solve a pain point in our country, like addressing unemployment, or seizing an opportunity like building a biotech industry, or helping marginalized sectors of our society through the use of technology. Through the organizations that they are leading, they are making a positive difference to the Philippines. This Tech Mover Award is not just recognizing great individuals and their contribution, but more significantly, this award is a call to action, as we hope to inspire many more Filipinos to take the leap, to go beyond, to lead, and break barriers and harness the power of technology to move the country forward. It's an honor to present the nominees of this year's Tech Mover Awards. First nominee, Maui Arroyo, CEO of Hybridyme Consulting. Next nominee, Iba Rasul Bernardo, CEO of Sari Software Solutions. Last but not the least, Paul Rivera, co-founder and CEO of Caliber. And the winner of the Tech Mover Award goes to Maui Arroyo. Congratulations, Maui. So maybe I can now call on Maria Ressa to join me on stage. Congratulations.
Joining Ken to present this award is Maria Ressa and Rappler's Head of Research and Content Strategy, Gemma Bagayawa Mendoza.
Wow, this is awesome and totally unexpected. First of all, I'd like to thank God and my very, very, very long-suffering husband, all my relatives who are clearly insane, and I think they voted every day per device, addicts. Most of all, I'd like to thank the people I'm honored to be nominated with, because Paul, who's helping many Filipinos get better jobs by having skills training, and that's a great thing to do. Iba, who's revolutionizing sari stores. It's just an honor to be nominated with guys like that. Although I still think I'm the hottest, because hey, I'm the girl, right? So I'm the best looking girl among the nominees, clearly. So, and humility is the foremost of my many virtues. But more importantly, I want to thank all of you, because as a scholar of Philippine science, I graduated 20 years ago. So because you paid your taxes, I was able to get an education. So it is my deep honor and privilege to give back to the country I love. And I'd like to thank everybody, and especially Rappler and all the judges and all the people who voted. Again, not just for me, but for the 3,500 jobs that in the 11 years of Hybridyme that we've created in the poorest areas of our country, and by keeping scientists at home. So, as a biologist, as an entrepreneur, and as a teacher, this goes out to my fellow scientists, my fellow entrepreneurs, and my students. Thank you very much.
Maui, please stay on stage, and can we call up all the winners for a photo opportunity with everybody who got Move Awards tonight. Thank you. Can we also call up all the presenters from tonight, as well as the judges? Congratulations to all our winners and our finalists. Okay, so if that didn't make you question what you're doing with your lives, I don't really know what else will. But truly, these individuals inspire us to move for change, not just for ourselves, but for others. So for our closing remarks, let's hear it from Move.ph Director Rupert Ambil.
Magandang gabi po. Paagam ako sa managing editor namin kanina kung kakanta na lang ako, sabi niya wag daw. Wagan daw po ang trabaho. Anyway, isang gabi po ito ng pagpaparangal, pero hindi ko pa gagagpasin ng opportunity para pasalamatan ang mga movers namin sa iba't ibang parte ng Pilipinas. Ang Ilocos Movers, kung nanonood po kayo at kung papanoorin niyo, salamat. Ang Cagayan Movers. Kung nandito si Raymond Dugana, nandito ka pa ba, Raymond? Please join me. Come on, come on. Ang aming mover sa Pampanga, ang mover sa Pangasinan, at sa Davao. Meron din po kami sa Davao del Norte. Yes. Sir Ted from Igoigo, are you here? Sir, please join me. Sir, come on. Ang aming Zamboanga Movers. At syempre po, ang aming Move Tawi-Tawi. Move Basigan. Kung nandito pa si Miles Delfin ng Bike Scouts. At ang aming partner sa Football for Peace, ang pinakauna naming campaign with the Marines. Nais ko rin pong tawagin ang aming Move Director, Zach Yuson, ang aming Content Head, Voltaire Tupas, ang Community Managers, David, Fritzy, Raisa, other Move members, please join me. At special mention po, this morning we had a MOA signing with PACE and the Visayas State University. Special mention to Visayas State University. 37 po sila, lahat-lahat ng mga estudyante. Nag-ipon po sila ng pamasahe para pumunta dito. Join us, please. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng pumunta dito. At tatapusin po namin itong... hindi ko pa pwedeng tapusin at meron pa pong next part ng program. Tatapusin ko po sana yung parte ko sa aming picture taking. Ano ba yan? Come on. Ay, sorry. Greg, Pampanga lead mover. Greg Sibalos, are you here? Come on, please join us. Sir Derek, Sir Jed. Siyempre, hindi kompleto to. Alam nang wala kayo. From Cebu na nag-organize ng viewing party. Meron po bang Cebuano movers na nandito? Maraming salamat din.
Closer lang please. Yung mga matatangkad doon sa likod. Thank you.
Maraming salamat po mula sa amin. Move Philippines. Salamat po agad.
Thank you, Rupert, and thank you to all the movers. Okay, so on behalf of the Rappler team, thank you to all our movers, partners, and esteemed guests for joining us today. And thank you also to our finalists. Let's hear it for them as well. Let's give them a warm applause. So once again, I'm Natasha. It has been a pleasure joining you this evening.